Okay, we're back. Now, normally I'm on different hardware, but in the journeys of recording stuff, some days you don't bring what you should have brought, and that was one of those days. So we're back on my phone, old school ways. Okay, so we're installing something back at a friend's house. You see the GR Corollas in the background. See that right there? There you go. You know what today is? It's install day, but we're gonna work with Racer X today. Shout out to them again. Great products built to fit for the car. We got an oil catch can. We have turbo inlet. We also have the skid plate. The main piece to this whole puzzle today is going to be the catch can. That is what we're really gonna put on today. So see his car back there in the distance, right? Working on that. We're gonna put on the catch can. It's easy, simple. Show you how to do that. Now let me show the unboxing of this stuff. So you already know Racer X stuff. See their box, quality stuff. But let me show you what's inside of here. Each one of these things include what we're going to put on there today, at least one of them. Here is a bracket for the oil catch can. That's what we use for that. You also have the fittings right here for the hose. I have the hose back here, so for both of them. See? Large, very high quality, as you can see. We also have this shorter one over here as well. And inside of this box, let's just kind of move this up a bit. And what am I sitting on? Okay. Here we go. So this is what the catch can looks like from Racer X as I get it out this box. Nice, very good weight on this. I also like the fact that you can actually see a little window for the reservoir, that where the oil is, how high the level is. I think that's more like I guess it's like a lever to like cut off the oil or anything like that you can push and move up there. I'll learn more about it as we're putting it on. But as far as the quality of the piece, very, very nice. Very good. Looks nice. I always like the aesthetic of Racer X as far as how it looks. So that's the catch can that we're gonna be putting on. I might have to, honestly, I'm about to do this myself too, because looking at it in person, I like it. So that's the catch can right there. We also have, I mentioned we have a turbo inlet. Now, we're not gonna do this today, but I just want to show it to you. This is their turbo inlet that goes for the, hold on, let's get this open correctly. For the GR Corolla, or as you can see, there's a little hose on there from the OEM one that goes to the OEM like intake tube that goes on the back of the motor. And then they also have this piece right here, which is the main inlet part. Now, if you remember my 6-element turbo inlet install, like this piece right here I had on my car was like red color. So this right here is the same thing. It's gonna go on to where the turbo goes to help the air come in faster, better, cleaner. So you have this hose here. Like I said, we're not doing this today, but we will be doing something like this on someone else's car, hopefully. So stay tuned for that. Taking out this strut bar, if you don't know who TB Performance is, you should, because they make great products for the GR Corolla, and actually a strut bar that can actually allow you to access things, not blocking off the fuse box or the top of the motor completely. See that? Easy. But, so back here is where we're going to be working. Back there is where we're going to be putting this catch can. See those little two posts right there? It's going to basically attach to that. Then the hose is obviously going to attach to some part over here, the PCV or something with the oil return. We'll show that in a second. But the main part you got to look at is you're going to be back there under this AC line. It's easy. Give you a little bit of an idea. So I take this piece right here. Let's take this out the box. You see this? You're going to kind of fish it down there. You're gonna kind of fish it down there, and then it's gonna kind of prop up. I think it's mounted, yeah, from the back there. So it's gonna be mounted something like that. So you're gonna see it back there, and you'll be able to see this level of any oil. Not that you would ever fill this up with oil, because I mean that would, if you fill this up with oil, that means you got more than random, a little bit of blow by. You have a massive problem. But we'll continue. Also, if you didn't notice too, this, like I said, it's a Racer X day, but we also have the little shrouds from Racer X in red, as you see over there too. If you know, on the GR Corolla, these are like that black plastic you see on your car, but these are a nice piece to add some color, nice high quality piece to the car to kind of, add a little bit of flair to under the hood. So another another Racer X piece on top of the other ones we're about to put on the car. All right, bracket is already getting on there. Like I said, simple. You ain't gotta try that hard. Little pieces here. It's like washers. There's a rubber spacer that goes behind there as well. So there's a rubber spacer back there. And then you just basically start putting on this hardware to attach it there. And as you can see, that is where the oil catch can is gonna sit when it's done. This is an easy install. Like, this should not take you but 30 minutes. All right, bolts are going in. As you can see down there, like I said, it's simple. Just gotta screw them in. Unfortunately, everything is tight, so let me just tell you something. If you're not used to working in these tight crevices sometimes on this car, I'm just letting you know, you better just get used to it. Because the catch can ain't in any better area, as you can see right there. It's gonna be equally as bad. So here's one other thing. When you're doing this, so just so you look at this and you're wondering what's different, this is a 6-element PCV fix, hence why we have this little extra port for the vacuum hose. The OEM one, where do we stick that? The OEM one literally comes from the same spot and it doesn't have this port here, but here's what you have to do. For the oil catch can with the hoses that we have, and we're gonna grab the hose right here. So these hoses, obviously, it's gonna come from like here, and this may not exactly be the length hose you need. I'm just giving you an example because everything comes from back here where the old PCV hose runs. You're gonna kind of mount it right there. It's gonna go to the catch can. Then you're gonna have the second hose that's over here as well. It's shorter. This one, same thing. It's gonna mount probably somewhere right here, probably where the shorter one is because it's a shorter distance to the catch can. Okay, I broke this open real quick to give you a more inside look into what this catch can actually has. So outside of that, if you lift this up, if you unscrew these little Allen bolts right there and lift this thing up, you can actually see these like baffles there. So just give you a little bit of rundown about what a Racer X is doing here. These baffles basically let the air basically swirl around coming into this catch can and then forcing the oil to basically hug the walls of the catch can to get forced down into the bottom of this container here. That would be this, to the side, oil. That's where you got this little view where you can see the levels of it. It'll force it down there. And then at the bottom here, I talked about before, that is a release valve to let the oil come out so you can drain it out easily. On top of that, there is one other thing that they threw in, and that is this here. This is an optional step. This is a little stainless steel scrubble ball or something like that. This can go if you need to capture more oil or more material, or you get basically just more oil. You can basically put this at the very bottom, but it's an optional step. We opted out because we don't feel it necessary in this application because, one, if you're going to dump the oil that gets caught in there, this is going to hold some of it. So really what you'd have to do is take out this whole entire baffle right here and then lift out this ball and then drain the oil in order to get everything out. But just so you know, this is an optional step. We're going to keep it out. This is what it looks like. Then you basically can put everything back together and it'll just slide, kind of slides into each little groove. Here, let me fix it there, and just like that. See? Now back together. All right, now we're gonna throw it on the car.
Actual good stuff.
All right, I couldn't even show you trying to mount this in because literally there's no space to show anything but an arm and a hand trying to fit back there. But as you can see, if you see where it's mounted back there, that's where the bracket is. That is where you would bolt it in from the back. Now, how are we going to get back there to tighten it up? That's for another day. But we are going to tighten it up. That's what it looks like from the front. So it's a nice clean look. And like I said, a little window down there so you can see the level of the oil. Not that we ever think it would get that high, but you have it there just in case you need to see it. But that's how it's mounted on the car. If you stand back and you see where it's at, that's where you see it over there. So it's a clean look. It's not bad. And we'll continue. All right, here's what it looks like from this side. You can kind of see the Racer X logo. You can see the GR logo up there, the one right there. See that? You see that one, and you can see how it looks mounted there. So it looks nice, especially, you know, you got this Racer X shroud, that right there. So good look. Just giving you a zoomed in example of like what it is we're doing. Yeah, you need like one of them ratchets that have like 1,080 teeth. I could turn for every little small increment. That's what we're doing right now. But it'll get done just slowly but surely. Getting this hose on, as you can see, remember we talked about this original hose. I got to twist this way back in order to get over to the catch can right there. So that's what we're working on now. That's this piece right here. And it basically goes back to, this is the OEM one. This is not the one that came from 6 Element. That was this one right here that has a PCV valve fix. It's that little vacuum hose piece right up there. So we're not putting that, we're keeping that one off for now. We're gonna run the OEM one. Now, by chance, if we do get a check engine light for some odd reason, we will run this one back again and then report back, but we don't suspect that that'll be the case. But that's what we're putting on right now. We're just dealing with clamps in the back, and then we're gonna attach everything to the catch can. All right, so the other thing you have to do is, it comes with a fitting, which is this right here, that goes inside of the OEM hose, and then this is what's gonna connect the one from the catch can. It's gonna connect to this. So basically, just so you just get a visual. So there goes the fitting. This is gonna connect to there as well, and then we're gonna put it onto the hose on that end. And just like that, see? I was gonna show you me putting it on, but literally it was just taking this, literally put this hose on, use 2 hands, put this together. We're gonna put clamps around that, don't worry. Then you push it up against here into the catch can. And then now the last piece, which is the longer hose is gonna go from, if you can see over here, from that bottom, and it's gonna come all the way over to this point right there. So basically you push it onto there, and then it basically finds its way down under. You're gonna have to kind of like work its way down, but you can see where it goes down to the bottom there. And then ultimately, after that, you know, clamp, secure everything, make sure it's good. But I mean, that's pretty much it. All right, that is it. We are done. Everything is tied in, nice and snug. As you can see, like I said, it looks nice. Little Racer X symbol you can see back there. You can see all the ones in the GR Corolla as well too. But this is a whole install. This is simple, easy. It's preventative, basically. Any blow by that comes from the PCV valve system, it's gonna go into the catch can. You can decide if it's, you know, how you want to have this routed. We went the way they showed because, yes, you may try to maybe put it back tighter to have less hose, but it was kinked too much. So you don't want to do that. So always be wary of where you're trying to route it so that you're not having some bottleneck or anything. But this is a whole entire install, and we are done. All right, it is done. So parts on, car's done, catch can's on. Like I said, Racer X makes really, really good stuff. So if you're ever wondering, trying to see if you want to put it on your car, check them out because they make great stuff. Like I said, I'm gonna show you a link in the description will be there. I'm gonna put the link for the parts, stuff that I have on mine. We have somewhere we have to go, so we didn't get to the skid plate thing. And like I said, the turbo inlet we're gonna be doing on somebody else's car. So that's gonna be another video that's coming along with that. But for now, check out the install, think about it, put on your car. It's a preventative thing. It does have its benefits. Check out, I'll put the description in the link. Like I said, you'll see what Racer X says about their catch can and what it does. More parts are coming. We got something else big coming on my car. Due time, slowly but surely, we're out.